Knock knock.
Who's there?
The RiffRaff.
RiffRaff who?
The RiffRaff who are going to entertain you for the next 20 to 30 minutes. Hello and welcome to this episode. I'm Alex Ravenall, he's Ed Mulrine. How are you feeling today, Ed? You've had a nosebleed. That's not great. It's not a great start to proceedings.
Sorry, I'm just recovering from that joke. The old ones are the best, they say.
I was quite proud of it, actually. Like, I didn't know where that was going, because once again, Ed, obviously we're improvising. So I was like, oh my god, I'm just going to do something really funny. And it wasn't.
Yes.
But I'm happy with how it kind of turned out.
As you say, I had a nosebleed just before starting this recording. And I think I should change that, because I don't think it's a good way to prepare for a recording. I've done it every time so far.
It's a little bit unprofessional, I must say, and we will discuss this later in the post-recording report, but I would prefer if you wouldn't. I'm going to say that on the air, and I just think you need to improve a little bit. But we won't dwell on it. We'll get the wheel going. We'll see what we're doing today.
Yeah.
Oh, the wheel's gone.
And we won't dwell on my crippling addiction to the taste of iron.
No. But you know what we will dwell on, Ed?
What will we dwell on?
Looks like we're going to be pitching some bad sitcom ideas. Yes, it's that old classic podcast trope where you get two guys on to chat about some sitcom ideas. So, Ed, basically, we've been given a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. We've got the execs at blooming Netflix on the bloody phone, and they're like, hey guys, we love your RiffRaff show, we think you're really cool and you've got a lot of gumption and we want to hear what ideas you have. So basically, Ed, we've got a pitch to the big Donny. Now who is the big Donny at Netflix?
It's Donny Bigshot.
Donny Bigshot. He's done well for himself since his ITV2 days.
I'll tell you this, he grew into his name. When he wasn't successful, it didn't make any sense.
Yeah, we used to call him Donny Big Shut Up, because you're never going to make it anywhere, Sonny. But he did.
And he proved us wrong.
Oh yeah, so we've got a meeting with Donny Big Shot, and we've just got to kind of come up with some sitcom ideas. So, what is the first? I want a scenario, Ed. A scenario. A situation, if you will.
Monkey family.
Monkey family, okay. This is a good start. We need a mummy monkey, a daddy monkey, a daughter and a son monkey, and then that classic uncle monkey who always comes on vacation. He's like, where's my banana? And everyone's like, the audience applauds because Uncle Monkey's turned up, and he's like, hey, the banana joke.
So this is a studio-based sitcom with a laugh track.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, and the laugh track clearly is 50 years old.
Yeah.
all the people laughing are dead.
Are we calling it Monkey Family?
No. Let's call it
Gone Ape? Oh no.
What?
I said Gone Ape, but I'm pretty sure that's an outdoor excursion place.
Go Ape, yeah.
Absolutely fabulous. No.
Yes, let's call it Absolutely Fabulous.
So we've got our scenario. So we've got our situation. It's a family of monkeys. Obviously, like every sitcom in the 90s, they've moved to the big city. So they've moved from their little village of Monkchester, like Manchester. Although, weirdly, it is actually a very religious place, Monkchester. And they've moved to the big city. What's a big cosmopolitan monkey city name?
Lincoln.
Yes, Lincoln is the capital city of the monkey land. And basically, Daddy Monkey, whose actual Christian name is Daddy Monkey, and he's got a new job for a banana unpeeling firm, because God blimey, don't monkeys struggle opening those bananas? And it's it's the big chance. But Mummy Monkey, whose Christian name is Dave, she is she's not happy about the move. And then obviously we want one kid. So let's say daughter Monkey, whose Christian name is Suzanne Redgrave. And she is really happy about the move. She's ready to live in the big city. And then the son is really moody. And you can christen the son in this scenario.
The son is called... I'm trying to think of a play on words for Harambe, but I can't think of any. So what about Albert the Third?
Albert the Third. That's his middle name, the Third. Now, so we've got the family. We've got Daddy Monkey, Dave, Suzanne Redgrave, and Albert the Third.
Yeah.
So Albert the Third is like really moody about losing all his friends. Suzanne Redgrave's like, God, I love the big city. Daddy Monkey started his new job with his cranky old boss, Dr. Gorilla Face, who runs the banana peeling factory.
I think we should make it a conceit of this sitcom that even though they're a family and they're all genuinely related, they're all different types of ape.
Yes. So I think Daddy Monkey is
a silverback gorilla.
Suzanne Redgrave, the daughter, is... sorry, Dave is an orangutan. So the parents are a gorilla and an orangutan.
Yeah. We're stretching we're going to mix between monkeys and primates and, all that.
Oh, yeah.
Monkey-like animals. I think Suzanne Redgrave is a gibbon.
Yes, okay, I like that. And we need Albert the Third.
I think Albert the Third is a human.
He is a human. Now, we need a little jingle. So it's like, bum ba dum bum bum. When you're a monkey and you're feeling down, you gotta move to the city and feel it round. I don't know.
The theme tune should be a Frank Sinatra style, like swing song.
Yeah. So it's called Absolutely Fabulous. So, ba-dum bum bum, moving to the city and you're feeling new. You got Daddy Monkey and Dave too. You got the kids and Albert the Third and Suzanne. I'm having a great time. He's your man. It's absolutely fabulous. It's an absolutely fabulous. And then like we can have all the guest stars and stuff. Oh, we need the uncle who's like the fan favourite.
Okay. The first thing that came to my mind was King Kong from the King Kong films, but he's really washed up and.
He's a struggling actor.
Yeah.
So it's Uncle King Kong, and it's like, what do I have to do to get a bloody banana around here? And then the laugh track comes in, and they're like, oh, it's King Kong, and they start applauding. And he, if you know anything about King Kong, he bloody loves his bananas. So we've got a concept. I say we just pitch this really quick to Mr. Donny Big Shot, and then we'll come up with some more as well. Do you want to pitch, or do you want to Donny?
I'll pitch.
Okay. Hello, fellas. Great to see you back at the big old Netflix HQ. It's been a long time since the ITV days, I can tell you that for nothing. No one calls me Big Shut Up anymore. So, Ed, I hear you've got a bit of an idea for me. Would you like to care to explain it?
I have an extraordinary idea for you, Donny. I may call you Donny.
You may.
Fantastic. Picture this. Kitchen, living room, bedroom, family, mum, dad, sister, brother, uncle, all monkeys.
I like it. Continue.
You've just pictured Absolutely Fabulous, the new sitcom that's going to put Netflix on the map.
Well, we are looking to get on the map. We're still up and coming.
Absolutely Fabulous is a studio-based sitcom with only canned laughter to save money on audiences. Every episode begins with Daddy Monkey coming home from work with a banana peel on his head. He takes it from his head and throws it to the ground and then immediately slips on it, provoking the first of many guffaws from the audience. He then walks to the centre of the room where there is a miniature monkey puzzle tree. Whenever anyone walks past the monkey puzzle tree, they stop and look at it and go, I can't make head nor tail of that, provoking the second guffaw of the show.
How many guffaws are you aiming for per episode?
Sorry?
How many guffaws? Sorry, that's my thick Glaswegian accent getting in the way there. How many guffaws are you going for per episode?
I think we're looking for around 64 guffaws per episode. They're 23 minutes. No, they are 32 minutes long, so that's roughly 2 guffaws per minute.
I think that's reasonable.
Absolutely reasonable.
Absolutely reasonable, one might say.
Daddy Monkey sits down for his dinner, which Mummy Monkey, who's named Dave, and is an orangutan, brings in and puts in front of him, and all the family sits round, and Daddy Monkey utters his catchphrase, "Bananas again!"
Wait a sec, I'm just going to do some kind of laughter for you there. It's just playing in the background now. That's just getting the feel and the vibe for it, really.
"Bananas again!" And Daddy Monkey will say, "So, how was everyone's day?" And Mummy Monkey says, "Mine was the same as always. I swung in the trees, I spoke to Sandra, and I made the bananas for this meal." Daddy Monkey says, "Bananas again!"
Wait, and then I just can't laugh at all. I'm right in the moment, really. I'm right in the moment. Sell it home.
And then the daughter of the family, Suzanne Redgrave, says, "Oh, Daddy, you're so funny. I wish I could swing in the trees the way you and Mummy can, but I am not of age yet." And then Albert III, the son, who's always moody,
he's a bit sulky here,
says, "None of you are worth anyone's time. I wish you were all dead."
Does that get any canned laughter, or is it just deathly silence at that point?
It's deathly silence. No one knows what to do.
And I think when it's so deathly silent, so I'll be meaner, and when it's very deathly silent, you think, oh God, has the show gone wrong? Then out of nowhere, King Kong comes in, destroying the house, and ripping the roof off, and standing in the middle of the room, and he goes, "What do I have to do to get a banana around here?" And it's laughter, and it's applause, and that's the show, Donny Big Shot. Well, it's a great idea, fellas, but let's keep the ball rolling. Have you got anything else? So, Ed, we need something else. I'm going to start with a funeral home, because that is where all the laughter is, so I've been told. These are bad sitcom ideas once again. So, a funeral parlour. I'm thinking for our funny, wacky character, it's actually a zombie. So it's this guy who just won't die. So it's like every now and then he'll just pop out of his coffin and be like, "Peekaboo!" And it's a very similar concept. So we need, let's go for two mains. Jonathan Thesselwick of Thesselwick's Funeral Parlour.
Yeah.
And then like a young upstart who's like on an internship or something. Like to give it a bit of pizzazz.
Yeah, Sandra Mockingjay.
Sandra Mockingjay, yeah. Now, for Sandra Mockingjay, I know we don't have much of a budget, but I'm thinking Scarlett Johansson, possibly Jennifer Aniston, playing the 16-year-old intern.
No, let's have both. We can have, for half of the show, we have. Who were your two actors? It
was Jennifer Aniston and Scarlett Johansson.
So for half of the show, Jennifer Aniston plays Sandra Mockingjay Part 1. And then for the second half of the show, Scarlett Johansson plays Sandra Mockingjay Part 2.
All jokes aside, I think a really funny sitcom concept would be just to have two actors playing the same character and just indiscriminately switching it. So like from scene to scene, it just changes actor and you never reference it once.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Didn't they do that with Harry Potter?
Possibly.
Yeah, well, not with Harry Potter, but with where Dumbledore changes. Although it never changed mid-film.
No.
So let's have Michael Gambon.
As what, Jonathan Thesselwick?
No, let's have Michael Gambon as every corpse.
Yes. And he just got various amounts of makeup on each time. We need a Jonathan Thesselwick. Because for this one, Ed, unlike... I mean, obviously, Absolutely Fabulous is just the content drives it. For this one, we just need that. We need that star power to kind of push it up.
Yeah.
So we need a big Jonathan Thesselwick.
Jonathan Thesselwick, Clive Myrie, the newsreader.
I think that's a big enough name. I mean, obviously, like when you've got kind of your Jennifer Anistons and your Scarlett Johanssons, you still need your Clive Morris just to get the audiences in. And what's quite good is people will turn on the telly, see Clive Myrie and go, "Oh, the news is on," when it's not. It's actually our hilarious new funeral parlour sitcom show starring Michael Gambon as every corpse. Can you think of any names?
It's called Dead Funny.
Yeah, Dead Funny. And then when life gets you down, laugh. That's the kind of the catchphrase for the show.
Oh, yeah, good idea.
Now, unlike the last show, this one is very much set up like a studio comedy without a laugh track. So they still, but they still pause as if there's a laugh track.
Yeah.
So it'll be like, he'll walk into the funeral parlour, Jonathan Thistlewick, and he'll be like, "Cool, blimey, what do I have to do to get a coffee round here?"
Yeah.
And then just silence. Because you might not know this, but a lot of sitcom jokes aren't funny whatsoever. They're just people saying things, and then canned laughter follows. So I think it would be quite a fun twist on that, just have no canned laughter. So I think we've got the elements there. Are you ready to pitch this to good old Donny Big Shot?
Yeah.
So Ed, I hear you've got a second idea for me. Care to explain?
Cut the chit-chat, Donny. I'm on borrowed time. Picture this. Studio-based sitcom. No laugh track, awkward pauses. Set in a funeral parlour, it's called Dead Funny. There are 4 characters we've established so far. The zombie who won't die. Michael Gambon as every corpse. Sandra Mockingjay, parts 1 and 2, played respectively by Jennifer Aniston and Scarlett Johansson. That'll be the cheap casting. And now the star casting, which will cost roughly $12 million per episode. Jonathan Thistlewick is going to be played by the Clive Myrie from The News.
Clive Myrie? From The News?
Yeah. From the things that happen, it's Clive Myrie. Picture this, the first scene, Jonathan Thistlewick walks in character, he's not himself, he'll be told to be doing this in character. He walks through a darkened funeral parlour. Suddenly, one of the many coffins strewn about the place starts to move, and a loud banging happens. And a fist bursts through the top of the coffin, and this figure rises from the coffin, and Jonathan Thistlewick can't see who the person is, you just see their silhouette. And then out of the darkness comes this voice that goes, "Bananas again!" And lo and behold, it's set in the same universe as Absolutely Fabulous. We've created the first comedy universe.
And it's so Daddy Monkey has actually died. So, whilst that's a very funny joke in ours, actually in Absolutely Fabulous, the family is in disarray. King Kong's had to move into the house. There's a lot of friction because he's the size of 3 houses. That sitcom actually took a really dark turn. It became very depressing once Daddy Monkey did die. But then he's come over to the other show. It's brilliant.
Yeah. And then, as for the rest of the plots, your usual funeral parlour stuff, preparing the wrong body for a funeral, accidentally burying people alive, cremating someone's cat when you weren't meant to. There's a lot of burying and cremating people who aren't meant to be.
Yeah, and that's where a lot of the comedy comes from, I think, in most things in life. So. Well, that's really good and all. But tell you what, I'll give you another 5 minutes. I'm not saying these ones are bad, but you need to sell this one home. This is Netflix. This is the big Donny money. This is Donny Big Shot. So what I need is one more idea. So, this is our big one, Ed. We need to sell it. We need to sell this.
Okay, what about a mockumentary sitcom?
Yeah.
Because that's still all the rage.
Yes, it is.
A mockumentary set in the brain of a train driver.
Okay, I like it. So, are the camera crew, so is it humans who've, shrunk into it, or is it played by parts of the brain?
Yeah, so the conceit of the sitcom is that a camera crew has been shrunk down and made to go on an expedition into the brain of a train driver.
Yeah.
And all the things they do have consequences for the train driver's world on the outside. So
it's like a dark Ratatouille.
It's like a dark Ratatouille or Inside Out or one of those.
Yeah.
One of those things. It's a science documentary just about the human brain, but they have one crew in the brain and one crew outside of the brain looking at the train driver's actions.
I see.
And because of the meddling of the film crew in his head, he gets into all sorts of scrapes and mischief and driving people to the wrong station and accidentally cremating people who aren't meant to be. And
you're not telling me, Ed, that this train driver is none other than Jonathan Thistlewick himself, a.k.a. Clive Myrie, who is the star of his own sitcom.
All I'm saying is that Dead Funny was so good it needed a spin-off, and the natural direction to go is to make the funeral director a train driver and have a camera crew go into his brain.
Well, basically, we're just living off the Maori millions. Like that's how we do this. Like we just follow him in whatever venture he goes because he is box office, Ed.
Oh, Myri, I see.
Mr. Maori?
Myri.
Like a miser, but he's not because he's box office gold.
He is box office gold. He rakes in the millions by their millions.
Okay, so you're telling me this spin-off idea. It's in the same universe. You've got Clive Myri, which is obviously a good thing. I'd like a name for this crazy train driving shenanigans.
Okay. Train driver, brain driver.
That's actually quite clever. I'm not saying you aren't, but that the more you think about that, that's actually a really great name for a
sitcom. Train
sitcom.
driver / brain driver.
Yeah. And like every mockumentary, it wouldn't have a theme song. It would just like be a black screen that fades to a Korean new text that says "Train driver, brain driver," and then created by Ed and Alex, and then it'll fade to black, and it just goes on because that's all the range nowadays.
Well, either that or you do the approach where it says at the start, over the past 6 months, a camera crew has been filming the everyday exploits of the brain of a train driver.
These are their stories. Dun dun. Well, I must say, out of the three, it's got to be one of the Maori ones because the man is gold. I think I'm gonna go for Train driver, brain driver, because I think it's got a lovely title. It's a great, it's a new concept. I'll give you that. Yeah. And we love doing new things here at Netflix. So thank you, Ed.
Thank you.
Thank you, Netflix, for sponsoring this. You know, if you want to give us some money, maybe even a RiffRaff sitcom. Wouldn't that be fun, Ed?
That would be really fun. I would be played by Brad Pitt, and you would be played by Miriam Margolyes.
And wouldn't she do a fine bloody job? Thank you.
Wouldn't she?
Thanks, Ed. Thank you all for listening. Ciao.